Good morning, Facebook. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to this morning's live yoga class. Good morning. If you're on the East Coast, I guess it's the afternoon for you, so good afternoon. I'm going to give just a minute for people to jump on to this class. So if you're watching this as a replay, feel free to fast forward a little bit. You're going to want a yoga mat for sure. If you don't have a yoga mat, you could use a rug or a towel or anything comfortable for you to lay on and not have your bones be, hard against some tile or a wood floor. I have a yoga block here with me today, but you definitely do not need one. You could just omit it completely, or you could use something like a book, or I like to use a water bottle. I'll just put my hand on the top of the water bottle to help steady myself. Walls are great too to help with steadying. Today's flow is going to be just kind of a wake up the whole body, get the breath moving and going to set us up for a great rest of our day, whether it's the whole rest of your day and it's the morning, or whether you're already halfway through your day. This is just a little bit of a feel-good jumpstart to make the day a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more vibrant. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So if you need to grab water, run and do that now. I'm going to tilt this down so you can see me a little bit better on the yoga mat. Okay. Right, we're going to start today in a child's pose. Come onto your hands and knees. Push your hips back towards your heels. Reach your arms forward and let your forehead rest on the ground. Forehead is on the floor, nose is lifted up and off, and you're breathing with your lower back. You could always put a pillow between your hips and your heels if that feels more comfortable to you. Really settle into your breath without it becoming too passive. So you're breathing a bit forcefully. Your exhales are long. Your inhale, your rib cage is expanding. Your exhale, your shoulders are softening. You're welcome to stay right here as long as you need today, or return to this spot at any point during today's practice. Walk your hands a little bit further away from you. Come up onto fingertips, lift the elbows off the ground, and push your fingertips down into the floor, and push your hips down into your heels. Draw shoulders away from ears, and slightly hollow your lower belly. Stay here for 4, 3, push, 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 2, 1, and release your arms, but keep the length. And walk your hands over to the left. You might need to pick your head up to find a big side bend in your body. Then you're going to let your head fall back down, forehead down between the arms, and lean to the right slightly. Take a big breath into the right ribs, and a big breath out. And walk your hands back through center. You'll walk up and over towards the right now, finding that side bend like the shape of a C curve in your spine. Lean your torso slightly to the left, head is relaxed down. Big breath in to stretch the left side open. Stay for your breath out. And walk your hands back through to that child's pose, reaching forward. We'll just take 3 more breaths here. This is a great posture to open up the lower back and the hips before we really get moving this morning. So just enjoy these few moments of restoration. All right, slowly rise up to sit on your shins. I'll turn so you can see me better, but you can stay facing forward. Let your shoulders take a few rolls forward and back, forward and back. Really feel length along the back of your spine. Weight grounding down, hip bones down towards the feet. Reverse the direction of your shoulders. Collarbones are long. Jaw is soft. Awesome. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Yay, and it really is the sky this morning. It's so lovely outside. Shoulders drop down. You're going to drop left fingertips down to the floor. Reach your right arm up and over. Find a side bend. So the belly and the heart slightly turn towards the ceiling. Shoulders drop down. And then this whole left side of your torso, squeeze it in. So there's still activation happening there. And inhale, return back to center. And exhale, up and over the opposite direction. Big side bend up and over. You can always, if this bothers your shoulder, bring one down. Engage those right ribs, both sit bones firmly planted. Then inhale, rise all the way back up to center. Palms can face down your thighs. We'll take a few cat and cows like this. Inhale, lift your heart and tailbone. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, heart lifts, shoulders back. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale, really fill the lungs. Inhale, you're going to also get the train sounds. Exhale. And maybe some bird chirping. And exhale. Good. Return back to center. Bring your arms in front of you, one hand over your belly, one hand over your chest. And imagine like you're trying to literally rip your shirt off and pull your elbows behind you, contracting the muscles of your upper back. Return to center. Bring the opposite hand on top. This is where you inhale. Exhale. Draw the elbows back behind you. Engage upper back muscles. Inhale. Return. Exhale. Draw it back. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze. Ribs stay in. Center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Come back to center. Shake out your hands. Shake out your wrists. And we'll come into downward facing dog. So hands come in front of you. Go ahead. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. Great time to pedal out the feet. Shake out the head. I like to spin my heels side to side. Then shift forward, come into a tabletop position, and really steady your hands underneath your shoulders. Take a few shoulder rolls. One direction, arms are staying straight, and reverse that direction. Gaze is down, back of the neck is long, heart reaches forward. And let that motion slow down and take it into your spine. A few cats and cows. Inhale, lifting, rounding. You might stay a little bit longer in one side. I even like to take some circles in my cat. As I'm rounding, I take big circles with my hips, pressing them from my heels up towards my hands. Just warming up the body, even though it's already kind of mid-morning. Maybe you've been sitting or working at a computer. All right, coming back into that tabletop pose. Walk your hands forward, puppy pose. You'll lower chest towards the ground, and either forehead or chin will rest on the mat. Hips are stacked above knees. Inhale, your spine is lengthening, and exhale, your heart is melting. Draw your lower belly in. Slowly walk back to that tabletop position. And this time, step forward. Find a yogi squat at the front of your mat. Toes out, heels in. Knees go wide. It's okay if your heels are lifted, but think of pressing your heels down towards the ground to lift your chest high towards the sky. You can always place a shirt or a blanket underneath your heels for some extra comfort here. Drop your right hand down, reach your left hand high to the sky, twisting open. Knees are going to go wide. You can use your arm pressing into your inner thigh to get a little bit more opening. bring both hands back down. We'll switch sides. Left hand drops, right hand lifts. And bring your right hand down. Interlace your hands at the back of your head. Make sure it's your head, not your neck. Let your elbows roll forward. And think of touching your nose towards your tailbone. So everything's rounding as the knees push outward. The spine is getting longer, like you're rounding up and over a big beach ball. And slowly rise up. Take a big breath in and out. You'll have a seat on your sits bones. Make sure there's room behind you, and you're going to go ahead and roll onto your back. Now, depending on what your surface is, if you have a hard floor, you might not want to do this too many times, but you're going to roll forward and back, just warming up the spine, massaging all the muscles along the vertebrae, and then rise up to a seated position, crossing your legs. Inhale, hands will go up high, and exhale, twist towards your left, right hand to left knee. Left hand comes behind you onto fingertips. Push into those to sit up super tall, broaden your chest. Inhale, return back to center, hands go up. Exhale, up and over the opposite direction. Moving through this with your breath. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Now you're welcome to keep moving as so, or you can make this a little bit more vigorous. And if you want to take that more vigorous option, you'll bring your fingertips to your shoulders. You'll lift your elbows as high as your shoulders. And you're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. But you'll inhale, twist to the left, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. And you can move slow, or you can speed this up to be very vigorous. Keep the core engaged. Forceful exhales. A little bit longer. Keeping the elbows lifted. Return to center. Take a breath in and out. And now we're going to repeat that the opposite direction. So again, you can just be doing these arms up, twisting to side, slowly with breath. Or again, return fingers to shoulders. Lift your elbows as high as your shoulders. And we're going to inhale to the right now and exhale to the left. So inhale right, exhale left. Inhale, forceful exhale. Inhale, exhale. Stay with this speed or speed it up. A little bit longer. Sit up tall. And slow it down. Take an inhale and exhale. Notice how your body feels, how your breath feels, how your eyesight feels. All right, shift forward. Come on to standing forward fold. That means you'll stand up and fold forward over your legs. This is a good put up the hair pose. This is a good grab opposite elbow pose. So whatever you need in this moment, maybe a bending and straightening of one or both legs. Bring your hands to your shins, flatten your back, look forward, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Press into your heels, stand up, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, stretch arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend knees, plant palms. Step or hop, low push up, knees lifted or dropped. Chest reaches forward, big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, legs stretch back. Inhale to lift the chest, elbows squeeze in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to that low push up, knees lifted or drop. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Look forward, bend your knees, walk or hop, feet to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach arms up. Flat back to fold forward. Exhale. Inhale, halfway, chest lifts, push into your arms. Exhale, bend your knees, chest stays lifted, plant hands. As you hop back, shift the chest forward, low push. Knees dropped or lifted. Roll your heart forward, lower down to your belly. Inhale up for baby cobra. Shoulders roll back, heart pushes forward, tailbone presses down. Exhale through that low push-up, knees lifted or dropped. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, rise to tiptoes. Exhale, look forward. Walk or hop. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low push-up, step or hop. Knees lifted or dropped. Lower down, all the way or halfway, your choice. Up dog or baby cobra. In up dog, palms and tops of feet are the only thing touching the ground. Stretch your chest forward, draw the ribs in, activate your back muscles. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths. One more breath. Good. One more time, just like that. Rise to tiptoes. Look forward, walk or hop. Feet to the front. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up. Reach arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms stretch up. Flat back to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend knees, plant palms, step or hop, low push-up. Knees lifted or dropped. Exhale, up dog or baby cobra. That's the inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Take your 3 breaths in down dog. Keep breathing in that downward facing dog. I'm gonna adjust the camera here. Great. So we can get a little bit more visual. Okay, from your down dog, go ahead, lift your right leg high to the sky. Stack right knee. You can roll open through the hips. You can wiggle as it feels good. Maybe roll ankle, roll out your knee. Look forward, shift forward. Right knee comes to nose, round your back, lift your hips, but even as your back is rounded, reach your chest forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Lift the hips, push through the palms. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, last time round. Hold it here. Step right foot between thumbs. Good. Rise to fingertips. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, forehead to front knee. Front knee straightens a little or a lot. Back leg straightens. Back heel lifts up high to the sky. You're on your back toes and back ball of your foot. Inhale, come back to runner's lunge. On the fingertips, heart forward. Exhale, stretch back, legs pressed to straight. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Stay there. Step back foot forward to meet the front. Feet come together, chair pose. Sink your hips, rise up, hands go high to the sky. Weight comes into your heels. Drop the shoulders. Lengthen the back of your spine. Squeeze inner thighs together. Think of pressing ankles apart. One full inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low push-up, or you can go straight to down dog. It's always your choice. Lower half or all the way. Your inhale is cobra or up dog. Exhale is your down dog. Left leg lifts once you arrive. Feel free to shake out the hips, roll the ankle, find a little twist in the pelvis. All right, left knee to chest. Lift the hips up, push the arms down, widen the shoulder blades, reach the chest forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, shift forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, shift forward. Stay this time. Step left foot between thumbs. Rise to fingertips. Find your footing. Press the feet down. Inhale, heart reaches past the front knee. Then exhale back, front leg towards straight, forehead towards shin, back heel lifts up high. Inhale forward, runner's lunge. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Last time, exhale back. Inhale forward, step forward, both feet to the front, feet come together, knees come together, sink low, chair pose, torso goes high, arms go up. You're welcome to hold right here, stabilizing. Invitation to add on, hands coming to heart, twist to your left, hook right elbow outside left knee. Make sure your big toes are still visible. Check that one knee isn't sticking out more than the other. Inhale, return back to center, breathe in. And exhale, twist the opposite direction. Chest reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Inhale, chair pose, center. Exhale, straighten legs, fold forward. Separate feet hip distance, that's about 2 fist widths. Bend your knees, put your rib cage on your thighs. Now you could just hang or add on by sliding your palms underneath your feet so your palms are face up and you're standing on your hands. If you're wearing a wristwatch or a hair tie, your toes would be touching it. They're all the way to your wrist. And you can bend your knees really deeply to get here. Rib cage touching thighs. As you push your feet down into your hands, think of lifting your hips and trying to slide your hands out from underneath your feet like they're pieces of paper. Elbows can point out to the sides. Shoulders go away from ears. Press, press, press through your legs. Release your hands, halfway lift, flatten your back. Keep the chest lifted, bend your knees deeper, step or hop, low push-up. Knees lifted or dropped, you'll lower all the way down to your belly. Good. Stretch your legs back. I like to pick mine up one at a time and really reach them back behind me. Bring your arms out to the side like cactus arms. So like arms of a sparrow cactus or two goalposts out to the side. Forehead comes to the mat. Take a breath in and out. And then inhale, lift up just the upper body. The head's going to lift. Look forward. The shoulders are going to lift. Peel the chest up. Press the pubic bone down and lift the arms. You can always keep the arms by your sides for more support. Engage those muscles of your upper back like we did at the beginning of class when we did those shirt rips off. Engage that same way here. Slowly lower down. Get longer as you lower. Forehead comes to the mat. We'll take that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Stretching your heart forward, stretching your legs back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Getting long in your entire body, shoulders staying soft. And exhale, lower. Press back, child's pose. We'll take 2 breaths there and then meet up in downward dog. 2 breaths and then navigate to your own down dog. After those 2 breaths, shifting forward and turning to downward facing dog. Great. Right leg's going to lift high to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, right knee to thumb. Step between hands. Warrior 2. Windmill the back heel down. Windmill the arms up and open. My head's cut off in the video, so just listen to my words and just imagine that I'm smiling. Take a big breath in. Then exhale, goddess pose. Turn to face the left. Both toes go out. Both heels point inward. And find those same cactus arms we just did a moment ago laying on the ground. Little tuck under the tailbone here, lifting up of the pubic bone. Draw the ribs in. So really try to lengthen the entire back of your body, the entire spine. Look forward, warrior 2 again, adjusting feet. Reverse your warrior 2, back hand to back hip. Reach up and back behind you. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Really strengthen the legs. Strengthen the muscles on the left side of your torso. So it's like someone's taking your left ribs and pushing them up towards the sky. That front knee pushes outward towards your pinky toe. Good. Return to warrior 2. Windmill the arms down to the ground. Step or flow to downward dog. You could step straight there, or you could add in that flow. It's always your choice. Left leg lifts once you arrive. Big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Step foot between thumbs. Warrior 2. Adjust your back foot and rise up. Take a moment, gaze over your back arm. Let that be your front for a moment, just kind of lining up, seeing what's going on back there. And turn goddess pose, turn to the right this time. Toes go out, heels go in. Bring those arms into cactus, deep bend in your knees. And so your knees should be over middle toes. So if you need to point your toes more forward to help that happen, that's okay. As the hips sink, the chest lifts. Big breath in. And exhale, warrior 2, face the front again. Back hand to back hip. Reverse your warrior 2. Think more about the right side of your body here, squeezing in and pushing upward. So those muscles are strengthening. The front knee is bending. The jaw is staying soft. Take an inhale into your chest and upper back. Exhale, hands windmill down to the floor. Step or flow. We'll meet in downward dog. When you get to down dog, inhale, rise to tiptoes. Exhale, look forward, walk or hop, feet to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins, heart reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up, hands reach high to the sky. As you stand, step feet together and press palms together overhead. Release first finger and thumb. Get as tall as you can by pushing down into feet. Squeeze your hips inward to each other. Side bend to your left. Option, you can lift the left leg up and off the ground as well if you'd like, balancing only on your right foot. So the direction that you're reaching is the leg that is lifting. Inhale, return back to center. Exhale, up and over the opposite direction. Press strong through your legs. Stacking shoulders above hips, above ankles. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, flat back to fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step or flow. We'll meet in downward dog. You could go through low push-up, cobra, up dog, or just step straight back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Lift the hips. Step forward, right foot between thumbs. Back heel stays lifted this time. Come up, high lunge. Okay, so everything faces front. Pelvis is facing front. We're looking for level hips here. You can always bend your back knee as needed. Great. Reach your arms out to those cactus arms for a moment without puffing up your ribs. So it's really easy to kind of arch the back, but I'm going to ask you to keep the ribs narrowed in, even if that means you have to bend your back leg, and then open the arms from the strength of the upper back versus from the popping of the ribs. Take a full inhale and exhale. And close your hands like a book at your chest. Stay or twist to the right, hooking left elbow. Your back knee can totally drop down or stay lifted. I like to drop it because I get a little bit deeper into the twist of my spine. So your choice. Nice. And then go ahead and unwind either to high lunge or low lunge. If you're in high lunge, bring your hands to the ground and gently bring your back knee down to the floor and meet us here in a low lunge. Inhale to lean back, lift the chest. Exhale, hands come down. We're going to shift back, half splits. Front leg presses towards straight, belly draws back, chest reaches forward. Inhale, shift forward to that low lunge. Hands can stay down or lift up. Exhale, shift back, half splits. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Strong legs, they're still active. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Staying this time in that half split. Shift forward into your front leg. Walk your hands to the left. Come into a side squat. So front knee, the right knee stays bent. Left leg presses towards straight, and the left toes are going to point to the sky. Now, I'm pretty low, but you can totally be up here with your forearms on your front knee, so you're nice and lifted. So do in all of these poses what feels good to your body. And then using hands or not, you're going to shift through a goddess pose and go to the other side. So you can have your hands down for support, or you can keep them lifted. And you're going to bend now into the left knee and reach your right toes, right knee towards the ceiling. And again, stay up as much as you need to. You can have your forearm on your thigh, and you don't need to have your hips drop down hardly at all. Okay, and we'll shift again to that first side, using hands or not, bending the right knee. Then walk your hands to the front of your mat. Flow or step straight to down dog. Settle your breath. Okay, left leg lifts high to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, step left foot between thumbs. Coming up to high lunge this time. Back heel lifted, everything facing front. Really drawing the hip of that left front leg back. And then open up your arms to those cactus arms. And again, we'll practice on We'll practice moving the arms without altering our torso. So even if that means the arms stay slightly in front of you, that's okay. Only open them to the sides as much as you can without changing your spine or your ribs or your pelvis. And again, back knee can be bent or straight. Same thing, you're looking to have a neutral pelvis. If straightening your back leg means you start to arch your back or tuck your tailbone out, then keep your back knee bent and a straight spine. Good, take another breath in. And you can stay or close your hands like a book. We'll twist towards the left this time. I like to drop my back knee down. You could definitely bring your hands to the floor and then drop your back knee down. Make sure your hips are lifted up high still, so the twist is not a collapse in the hips. You're just twisting your spine. So lift your hips up, 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 pressing into your legs. And then release, bring your hands to the ground, come into that low lunge. And hands can stay on the floor or reach your hands high towards the sky. We'll move through half splits, hands come down, shift back. Front leg presses towards straight, really round the head. And then move through that with your breath. Inhale, shifting forward, pressing the floor away. Exhale, shifting back. Strength strong in the abdominals. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale, this time we'll stay back. Take a few breaths in that half splits. Really flexing your foot. That means draw your toes towards your chest and kick your heel away from you. Shift forward. Now walk your hands to the right this time. Come into that side squat on the other side. So left knee is bent, right leg is straight. And again, you can be up high. Really good for the body, no matter how low you are. And then use your hands or not. We're going to walk to the other side, bending into the right knee, pushing the left leg towards straight. Walk yourself back through center to the first side. And hands to the front of your mat. Step or flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Okay, shift forward, come into a tabletop position and rise up to a high kneeling shape. I'm going to turn so you can see me a little bit better, but you can stay facing forward. If you want some padding underneath your knees, this would be a great time to get some extra padding. Okay, hands are going to reach out to the side like a T, and there's a slight engagement in the lower abdominals, so that if there was a wall in front of you, you're trying to get your pubic bone to touch the wall just as much as you're trying to get your hip bones to touch the wall. With an inhale, drop your left hand down, and you're going to reach for the floor. And I want you to engage those left abdominals and make sure your hips are staying above your knees. So often we like to sit the hips back to reach towards the ground, but I'm going to challenge you today to keep those hips directly above your knees and only reach so far as you can. Great. And then keeping those hips still above the knees, you're going to bend a little bit further. Your right knee is probably going to start to lift up, maybe an inch or two, and you're going to drop that left palm down to the ground. And then navigate, squeeze inner thighs together, and return back to center. Still trying to keep those hips pressing forward. We'll do the other side. Right arm's going to reach over, side bend. Really squeeze the right side of your rib cage, push it up, push your pelvis forward, squeeze your butt muscles, and then you're going to lean a bit further. The left knee is going to lift off the ground, and it's going to come towards the floor, or your palm's going to come to the floor. So you can still squeeze your knees slightly towards one another and still press your pelvis forward. And then squeeze inner thighs in a lot, drive your left knee down, return to center. Take this a few more times, dropping towards the left, and center, and to the right, and center, to the left, really squeeze the butt muscles, and center, and the right, and center. Good. Drop it over to the left again. This time you can stay or stretch your right leg out to the side. And you could stay right there or step your left leg to meet it, coming into a side plank. Both hips lifted high towards the sky. Chest reaching forward, ribs drawing in. Your choice, choose what serves your body on this side. Lift the hips, turn your belly slightly towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, you're going to come back, drop the left knee down to the ground. Step your right knee into the side and return back to your starting position. Okay, second side, right arm reaches out, side bend, keep the hips above your knees. Left knee is going to get lighter, drop down. And this time, option to stay or stretch your left leg out to the side. Rib cage is lifting away from the floor, getting lighter on that bottom hand. And again, you could stay right here or ground down through that arm and step into a side plank. That right hand, really screw it into the floor. It's like you're trying to twist it downward so the chest is rolling open, the hips are lifting. Push your feet into the floor to lift up. Squeeze your abs, lift the ribs, and then coming back to that right knee down. Good, and then bend your left knee in and return back to your starting point. Woo, good morning. Shake out shoulders if you caused any tension there. Shake out head if you need to. Okay, go ahead and look towards the front of your mat. We'll bring your hands down. You're going to walk your feet forward, have a seat on your sits bones, and lie down onto your back. Get comfy, adjust your hair if you need to. Set up your feet. So feet are flat on the ground, knees will point to the sky, and arms are going to be along your sides. Broaden your chest so your collarbones are long. You can keep your arms straight, or you can bend at your elbows, palms face one another, and fingertips reaching to the sky. If you tend to have tighter shoulders, this elbow bend can be really nice. Okay, we're going to just do a few impressions first. So inhale through the nose. As you exhale, push your lower back into the ground and lift your tailbone off the floor. Try to hollow your lower belly as you do this. Inhale, release, tailbone coming back down, back arching. And then exhale, lower back pushes into the ground, belly drops towards spine, tailbone lifts. Do this a few more times. Keep pressing your elbows down, your triceps down. Keep the chest lengthened and open, the shoulder blades moving apart as you tuck and untuck your tailbone. As you impress your lower back into the floor, really push the vertebrae down. Use the muscles of the front of your abdomen to push downward. Okay, the next time you are tucked under in that impression, lower back pushing into the floor, go ahead, stay there. Push down into your feet, lift your tailbone higher, point it towards your knees, and rise up to a bridge pose. For today's bridge pose, I want you to keep your pubic bone higher to the sky than your hip bones. So take a look. You might need to tuck your tailbone under a bit more to make that happen. Press the elbows down, press the shoulders down, widen the collarbones. Think of dragging feet towards your shoulders. And then starting with the chest, begin to roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep pushing into the arms. Find that impression of the lower back to the floor with the tailbone lifted, and then lower the tailbone down. We'll take 2 more of those. Roll lower back to the ground, lift up, bridge pose. Stretching knees away from chest. And then starting with chest, roll down. We're going to do 1 more. If you'd like to take a wheel instead, hands by ears, you're welcome to. We haven't warmed up the quads too much or stretched the quads too much, so just be mindful of the body. Only go there if you really feel ready and open for it. Okay, little impression, tuck in the tailbone, and slowly rise all the way up. 5 breaths. Lower back should feel really long here. 3 more breaths. Stretch out the crown of your head and out through your knees. Lift the pubic bone higher. Belly drops towards the floor. Roll down. Chest begins. Each vertebrae pushes into the floor independently. Tailbone stays lifted until the last minute. Awesome. Let your arms fall by your sides if they weren't there already. Feet can come apart and knees can fall together. And then draw your knees into your chest. Give a gentle rock side to side. Awesome. Rock yourself up to seated. Find your sits bones on the ground. So extend the legs out in front. And draw your left foot in, kind of like tree pose. Inhale, hands go high to the sky. Exhale, fold forward over your right leg. Turn your belly towards the right slightly. And let your forehead melt down towards your shin. Engaging the muscles on the front of your body. So the muscles on the back of your body can lengthen. Push your right leg down into the ground. Take 1 more inhale. And fold with your exhale. Inhale, look forward, chest reaches forward. Engage abs and sit all the way up. Also sides, left leg extends out, right leg bends in. Inhale, hands go up. Exhale, fold over your front leg. Belly turns towards the left, towards that thigh that is extended. See if you can soften your head and actively push your left leg down into the ground. Good. Take 1 more inhale and exhale. Look forward, chest reaches forward, flat back, sit all the way up. We'll bring both feet together, soles of the feet touching, knees point out to the side. Inhale to lift your chest. And then exhale, fold forward over your legs a little or a lot. Push your feet together, especially the pinky toe side of your foot. Push your knees outward. Keep your sits bones grounded down. I like to keep my chest reaching forward, but if it feels good for your body, you can definitely round over. You might change the sensation a little bit, so see what feels good to your body this morning. Stay active in the legs though, really push the feet into one another. Really push the knees outward. And if you're keeping your chest lifted, really stretch it forward, like you're trying to lengthen between your tailbone and your heart. And then slowly walk your hands back to center, sitting up. Take your right hand, grab your left knee, reach your left hand towards the sky, and side bend towards the right. You're going to push your left knee away from you as you kind of stabilize yourself with that right hand. And then drop your left hand down to your left knee. Left hand to right knee. And you're going to push the left hand into your right knee to sit up and reach the right hand high to the sky. And then side bend up and over to your left, holding on to that right knee. Really push the right knee down towards the floor. And then drop your right hand onto your left knee. Push the left knee away from you and sit on up to center. You're going to shift onto your belly. We're almost to our final relaxing. On your belly, go ahead and bring your right arm out like that cactus arm we did earlier, so kind of like that goalpost. So your right palm is going to be down, your right elbow is bent, and your right elbow is kind of about the same height as your shoulder. And you could stay right here. This is a gentle chest opener. Or you could turn your head, look to the left, and bring your right ear down to the ground. Roll onto the right side of your body, kicking your left leg up and back behind you. Head is going to stay heavy on the floor. Looking for a stretch through the front of your right chest. In addition to, you might feel a bit in your lower back, a bit in your left hip. Imagine if your left leg is up and over, imagine someone's pulling that left ankle down past your right foot. So you're really finding length through that leg. Okay, return back to your belly. You can rest your forehead on the mat for a moment. Wiggle out what you need to. And then bring your left arm to the side like that goalpost. Bring your left cheek down to the floor. Use your right hand in front of your chest to roll up and over to your left side. Your right leg can kick up and back behind you. Really lengthen the right leg down towards the bottom of your mat. It doesn't have to touch the floor, but you're activating through that leg. So there's still muscular energy. Take one more breath. Then roll back onto your belly. And we're going to go onto your back. So you can just roll over right here, or if you'd like, you can get up and flip your head to the other side. When you get onto your back, decide if there's any other last poses you need. If you need a spinal twist, if you need an inversion, if you need some abs, whatever goes. And if you feel complete, then this is also a great time for your Shavasana. Giving yourself at least 3.5 minutes, but preferably at least 5, 7, or 10 minutes of rest, using your breath to calm down and slow down. So if you're still moving, take your time to keep moving and then find your way into Shavasana. And if you feel ready now, then go ahead and extend your legs out. You might give yourself a little bit of a shake just to settle in. An inhale and an exhale. And finding stillness. I'm going to let you take your Shavasana for as long as you'd like today. So I will leave you here. Thank you for joining me in this flow practice. I'll be teaching again at 3:30 today, Arizona time, more of a strength yoga class. As always, I appreciate any feedback. Leave a comment. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't, and have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday.